so many good campaigners on this Challenger Series, and even in this first heat, he's going to have his hands full. But he'll be the favourite, most likely, in every heat he surfs on the Challenger Series, just based on his credentials, his history at the top level, just what he loves. And this is what he loves.
Yeah, just roping a couple of nice carves on this smaller inside wave. Jules, you can see, keeping that momentum going. 3.67, and then this is his second one. A little bit more energy on the outside sections. Jules just looking really light and frisk, youthful, as he brings it all the way through to the end. Quick start. Good stuff for Jules. This is Tenshi, our Japanese surfer. This is his opening wave, pumping through this inside section, gets that.
And the Challenger Series brings with it a different challenge, because you've got 4 surfers in the lineup, obviously, and during the break, Julian quickly got started. He's got his family down here. I saw his wife Ashley and the kids already.
We'll call that one a completion. And our Brazilian surfer up and riding on the backhand. Nice vertical hit, nice and fast, whippy surfing. Tidy little 2-turn combination.
And let's see if he can improve on the 3.67. Has some speed, blew our minds with his strike rate above the lip on the Gold Coast, but unsuccessful in sticking that one. The ramp kind of backed off on him there. The world is going to be reminded again of just how much talent that kid has. But here we go, Julian Wilson loading up for an air. Nice ramp, clean rotation, sticks the finish, hunts more on the inside. Doesn't get another opportunity to add the extras, but the 3.67 will fall out of his scoreline now. It'll be replaced with something stronger. Just how he's clicked back into just that competitive fire. And also, you know, we've seen a few competitors in the past step away from the tour and come back on, and speed's the one thing that you've got to really find against the next generation.
Yeah, it's that one. It's the first thing to go when you step away and you're not just
a Merewether Board Riders Club member of the past, Simon Law, and seeing him surf, and I was just blown away by how much faster the Law surfed than anyone I'd ever seen with my own eyeballs. As we see now in the wide, Tenshi Iwami, he's found a decent wave here, a couple of hits on the outside, clean finish there.
To finish off, this is Tenshi from Japan, streaking down the line here. Beautiful first carve. Geez, he really got the rail engagement there. Second wrap was clean as well. Brings it down the line.
Thoughts?
And wow.
Some tricky locations. And already we're seeing a high level of competition this morning. And it is going to be Wesley there, getting his second ride. And just shows great variation. Let's have a look at Connor's last ride here on the Burton Automotive replay.
Yeah, so C.Slijpen, nice vertical hit on the front side, and again, a nice bash with a big long. Jules having a little sniff at this one.
Yeah, eyeing it off. Straight up into that first section, rips through the carve. Just got a really nice flow on this ride. Couple of good hits already, and with a tricky end section, a bit of local knowledge maybe coming into play there. Reads it beautifully, places the floating re-entry, and just shows great variation. Let's have a look at Connor's last ride here on the Burton Automotive replay.
Yeah, so C.Slijpen, nice vertical hit on the front side.
Julian Wilson, who had a 6.5 prior to the break, he's still holding on to the lead, but Tenshi Iwami closing the gap, and C.Slijpen of South Africa starting to make his move with a rotation on the inside there.
Out in front at the moment, not comfortably out in front, because Tenshi Iwami from Japan has a 7.5.
Here goes Wesley Leite, and he is going to race down the line here. Not getting too much out of that one. Behind him, Tenshi, who's got an opportunity to seize the lead with this ride. After a 4.17, this one's going to fade away though.
No, that wave was not a good wave to take.
For either surfer, and it's not going to factor in. And then we had Connor up, and he didn't extract too much out of it.
2022, Julian Wilson up and riding. Huge slash to start things off. Connects with the lip. Good rhythm on this wave. Finishes strong again. So Julian, completion rate. We even saw a little bit of the fist pump see that sort of, we hadn't seen that sort of emotion. As we look at the stone and wood slow-mo of Julian Wilson, just that first opening wrap, you can see how much rail is engaged in the water. The second one keeps it a little bit more lateral and then does a little double shimmy off the bottom to get to that final turn.
It puts people on the edge of their seat when you're driving towards a section with all that momentum to potentially ramp up. As Julian, who just banked a 7-point ride, looks to improve now on the 6.5, and he's starting to find his flow here.
Jeez, he's in good rhythm.
Really good shape, does a lot of cross training, mountain bike riding, skateboarding, dirt biking, and keeps himself extremely fit. It is incredible. And Connor now looking to stay in touch, just comes unglued. Here we go, let's see what Wesley can get done here. Starting to lose touch a little bit, the Brazilian with the rest of the field, but this wave will help. A couple of hits, going left towards the rocks there. Get himself up into the top two at the moment. So Julian keeps looking and just searching for opportunities there. His last wave yet to drop. It's going to be close to going into his top two, but doesn't quite get there. 6.33. Yeah, it's an intense morning for a lot of these younger competitors surfing the biggest heats of their lives today. And we see Connor just absolutely throw everything and more at that final section. It's going to have to be exceptional if he's going to turn in the 5.35 required. And now we see Tenshi looking to get rid of that 3.77, improve his heat score here. Julian watching on. He'll be interested to know if Tenshi's going to assume the lead here. Interesting.
And Tenshi outside. So this was to solidify second place. A nice wrap. Trips up there on the second one. Builds a little bit more momentum down the night. Really expressive.
Come along if you get the opportunity. If not, I'm sure you'll enjoy the show here. As we see Connor loading up once again, has already shown us he's got great technique above the lip. He's down the bottom end of the priority order. I think he's making his way up towards Connor. He's going to try and cover him, play a bit of defence. Taking the Newcastle flight cam there, and you can see it happening as we see Connor just taking a chance on just about anything. Rich mentioned that he showed the form for the front side rotation. Now he's just desperately looking for a... No, it's an interesting situation, isn't it? As we see now, Connor driving up into the section, plants the vert there, but can't bring it down. I think in this situation too, and Rich, you could probably speak to it having surfed, making a judgment call on who he thinks is the actual threat. And he's identified Connor as that guy. So that's a little tip of the cap to Connor. Doesn't mean that Wesley can't turn it as well, but Julian's the heat leader. And with 30 seconds to go, looks like he will be making his way through to the next round. Another clean finish. Very tidy work from the veteran.
Jeez, I tell you, really good.
Yeah, incredible stuff there from Julian Wilson. Here are the numbers. Impressive stuff. A healthy heat score total. Tenshi, he just needs to keep backing up those big scores, and he'll keep moving through the rounds.